Stay tuned for a very special offer and discount code that you can use to save $200 off your class. Whether you're a business owner, a contractor, a sales rep, or a power networker, the quality of your LinkedIn profile is essential to making great new connections. First impressions matter, and in a post-COVID digital-heavy world, having a profile that stands out is absolutely essential. Hi, I'm Dave Grimm, the founder and systems architect at End-to-End Results, and the goal of this short presentation is to make you aware of the End-to-End Results proprietary formula for creating LinkedIn profiles that convert into revenue for our clients. And today we're offering that formula to you in the form of LinkedIn Profile Masterclass. My promise is to help you build win-win relationships using LinkedIn. If you're in any profession that relies on building relationships to move your business forward, or if you're selling intangibles, then this formula is the one we use to improve our client connections, deliver exceptional engagement rates, and to help them increase their revenue on the most powerful social media network for professionals. So let's back up a sec. Why listen to me at all? I could tell you that I learned how to build LinkedIn campaigns back around 2016, and have done so successfully for several vertical markets. I could tell you that my system results in the phone ringing and the email dinging and sales being made. Or I can let my client Rob at Cotman Financial tell his story instead. Over the last 80 days or so, Rob's averaged a 17% engagement rate on LinkedIn. Hey, Rob, thanks for taking the time today, to tell your story and get a little background on, what we're working on and the kind of adjustment to directions that we've discovered by, working on avatars and campaigns together. So, tell me, we've been working together for what, 80 days, give or take?
Yeah, about that.
And well, that's actually since we launched. It took us a little while before that to build out the
So 3 months.
Yeah. And what's new and exciting with the direction of your business?
Well, that's kind of a complicated question because since I started with you and LinkedIn and my avatar and that whole marketing package that we started with, my business has gone in a very different direction. And so it's been very interesting. You set me up an avatar, you asked me all these questions, you interviewed past clients and friends, people that I enjoyed doing business with, and you really got under their skin to figure out what their basic personality was like. And therefore we're able to determine what kind of a person I have always enjoyed doing business with. And I didn't really even realize myself until you pointed it out. And then I thought about it and realized, well, yeah, I guess that's true. And it turns out that I really like doing business with women aged 30 to 60. And you made me a whole big profile and said, you know what, we should go to LinkedIn and capture their connections, and you'll be able to market to them. And that's your audience. You might as well market to the audience you like. So we did that. And 3 months ago, I had about 100 connections on LinkedIn. Today, I have over 2,100, less than 3 months later. It's pretty impressive. And I would say about 80% of them were, well, they met my avatar. They're women, age 30 to 60, higher level employees and entrepreneurs, just the kind of person I like to talk with and do business with.
Quick questions about the LinkedIn.
Okay.
Any feedback on your LinkedIn profile?
Yeah, a lot of feedback on my LinkedIn profile. People have read it. When they've contacted me, they said, I read your profile and you sound like an interesting person, or you're accomplished, or I like what I read, or, they're contacting me. If they didn't, let's put it this way, if they weren't impressed by my profile, they wouldn't have connected and sent me a message. They're not just saying, yeah, okay, let's connect with this guy. They're connecting, and then they're putting a message in with it saying, love to meet you, like to talk to you. Some of them now are saying, I'd like to talk to you about your podcast. Others have said, tell me more about your financial planning services. So the profile was written really well, and that's no surprise because you wrote it. My profile that was on there before was mediocre at best. I liked it, but I didn't love it. You got a hold of it, and now it's great. It's really to the point, succinct, and explores what I'm looking to do. So I have a feeling I'm going to have you rewrite it again and focus it more towards my podcast.
I think we can probably arrange that because I just the one takeaway I had from your profile build, which honestly has been beneficial for every profile build I've done since then, was nothing makes me feel better than the relaxed look on my clients' faces. And at the end of the day, for me and for you, I mean, we're dealing in a relationship businesses. We're dealing in scenarios where we're selling a lot of intangibles or concept selling, and putting people's mind at ease and giving them that particular peace of mind is exceptional. So you sent me down a path with those particular words, and I've adapted that in so many profiles since then. I mean, it's actually become a part of the interview process, in the evolution of building out these campaigns. So it's mutual. I learn from every profile I write, and that was the big takeaway from yours. So one last quick question, if you're okay with that.
Sure. By the way, I guess I should bill you. Funny thing is, I meant that. I was just thinking, what makes me happy in my business? What makes me feel really good? And that was just fell out of my head. That was a very sincere comment, and it seems to resonate with everybody. So good. What's your last question?
Great. You once told me, even before we launched the campaign, about how you felt like you received value from the work that I did. Can you elaborate on what value you felt that you received even before we generated connection number one?
Oh, sure. That's an easy question because, like I said before, I've been in business for 20 plus years, but I haven't done any prospecting in a long time. I had clients and was making a good living and had connections. And then suddenly I realized I don't really have anything else. And I was working on this big campaign. I was doing workshops to teach people how to take Social Security. And that was starting to get some traction. And then the COVID thing hit. And that just completely fell apart. And I found myself with no marketing plan whatsoever. And I was kind of lost as to what to do. And that's when I contacted you and you started this dialogue with me. And by the time you got done with my avatar and launched my campaign, I knew exactly the kind of person I needed to go after, how to go after them. I had a marketing plan. I had a really kick-ass LinkedIn profile. And I had, like I said, I got value from it. If you would have quit right then and there, I would have gotten my money's worth for the next 6 months. So it was so valuable to me. And then from there, you went on to get me all these LinkedIn connections, which are great. And something really ironic about that, because I want to do this podcast, one of the hardest things is getting your podcast found, because there's about 1 million of them out there, literally 1 million. And so you have to find people. Well, I have 2,000 LinkedIn connections, 80-something percentage, about 80% of them are my listeners, my potential listeners. They're women entrepreneurs. And so once I launch, I'll have an instant audience, which is really very valuable. But even more valuable than that, you set me on a path that really made me understand how I look at the world, the business world, what kind of people I want to interact with. And it really made me focus, which was something I was not doing. So it was very valuable to me.
People often experience challenges in creating a LinkedIn profile that converts, starting with the fact that most people, including professional copywriters, hate writing about themselves. Also, that it's impossible to be 100% objective about yourself. Also, it takes time to decide what's important, what you truly want to convey. At End-to-End Results, using our formula, we created a step-by-step masterclass that you can use to build a profile and set yourself apart in an ocean of spam. The LinkedIn Profile Masterclass breaks each piece of the formula into bite-sized segments that are based on SEO, neurolinguistics, emotional and curiosity-based word patterns, and we also share the professional quality control tools that we use prior to any launch, which ensure that we deliver a profile that's optimized on day one. The Masterclass teaches you how to approach a profile and work through each section for maximum effectiveness. Not only do you walk away with an impactful profile, you gather tools and skills that you can use in every aspect of marketing yourself or your business going forward. 85% of LinkedIn profiles are boring, and rule number one is don't be boring. The risk in the post-COVID world of having a boring profile has never been greater because you're missing out on connections, relationships, possible revenue, and building a better world by not attracting people with whom you truly align. Results matter. And here's another client, Marion, from My Corporate Shift, talking about her first 4 days after launch.
All right.
No worries.
I'm ready. I can't see a darn thing, but okay, I'm ready.
So Marion, you're my latest campaign launch, and I'm super excited because I got this awesome text from you yesterday morning. We launched your campaign officially on Saturday, and today it's Tuesday afternoon. So can you tell me what's happened in the interim?
Yes. Shortly after you launched the campaign, I kept getting pings in my inbox on LinkedIn, and it's been nonstop pinging where I'm getting a lot of connections. People have connected. Some of them have even commented and reached out to me. They wanted to talk to me because they've lost their jobs or they think they're going to be downsized. And so they're looking for another opportunity. And so I was able to book 3 people on Saturday for this week. Actually, I booked one on Saturday for yesterday and he had a last minute cancellation. I booked another person for today whom I spoke with, and I have another person tomorrow and then one on Thursday that wanted to talk and learn about my business.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah. And I'm happy we're coming out of the gate nice and strong, obviously.
Yes.
Gonna ask you one other question. I'll off to the side a little bit. And this is something I want to share with people that might take my profile class. What can you say about the LinkedIn profile that we wrote for you? What do you like? What do you don't like? Feel free to give me both barrels. I'm if you don't like it, but
I absolutely love the profile because it really speaks to who I really am, and it captures the essence of what I tried to say before and just kind of tripped over my tongue. But I think you've really encapsulated my thoughts and put it in the profile, and I appreciate that.
Cool. So with that, I'm going to just ask you, what's your name and what's your company? Because if I make this into a video, I want people to find you.
My name is Marion Segree, and the name of my company is My Corporate Shift, where corporate professionals come to rediscover, reinvent, and renew their personal stories.
Very cool. Does your profile convey who you really are, your goals, your true essence, or is it a glorified resume lost in the vast space of the internet? The LinkedIn Profile Masterclass is a solution for those who want the benefits that come from building amazing relationships and from making a great first impression 24/7. Our mission is to stay with you, coach you, and help you write an amazing profile. And we'll stay online until you're satisfied with the result you created. At the end of the class, you'll have the tools you need to install a profile that converts, a profile that showcases the value you bring to your community. A mantra I've used many times lately is that motion creates clarity. So will you move forward? It's a proven fact that those who take action now are the ones who prosper the most. So check the class dates below and get started today. As promised, you stayed tuned, and by watching this video, you're encouraged to use the promo code WEBSITE, all one word, all capitals, during your checkout process to get $200 off your LinkedIn Profile Masterclass. This is a limited time offer, so sign up today, and I'll see you on the other side.